What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you enjoyed my introduction. I know it was pretty brief, but it was pretty windy. But today I'm going to be talking about different subjects. I'm going to be talking about my future of YouTube and what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be talking a bit about my acting career for the past 2 years. And I'm going to be talking about my tattoos, the pain rating and my piercings. So let's get this video started. Well, basically, my future for YouTube is embracing life and showing you guys how I am in my life, whether it's I'm going to the gym, whether it's I'm going paintballing, or whether I'm driving, or whether I'm on a bike, or if I'm going swimming. It's really depends on what I'm doing at that time. If I see content that is great for you guys to view, I will show you that. I will always have my camera to hand, I would always be out and about, and my content will be for you. And I'd like to talk a bit about my acting career for the past 2 years. I was a extra in Rags to Riches. I did one of the passerbys in one of the scenes. I was also the boom operator in that. I was a lead role in Beef the Movie, and I will be leaving links below for you guys to view, whether it's your interest. I was a lead role for Beef the Movie. I played one of the students, and that was a brilliant set. I was also a main character in the new film that we've got coming out soon, is White Glove Massive. That was also a brilliant set. I loved the people that I was with, but that's another video for another time. If you guys want to know more about my acting career and you guys would like to see a video, just leave a comment and tell me your views. Or even if you've had acting experience yourself, or you want to get into acting and you just need a few tips, or you just need that oomph to go, just leave a comment or email me, or just get in contact. I'd like to hear your point of views. And another thing, I'm going to be talking about my tattoos. I'm going to be talking about the pain ratings, how I rate them from 1 to 10. I'm also going to be talking about my piercings, my lip piercing and my stretcher, and how they felt. So, my first tattoo is King. I got this separately from the Stars. King, my first tattoo was slightly painful because it was uncomfortable, because I had never felt that pain before. But after a while, you get into it. Like, if you start watching the artist create a piece of art on your skin, it's something you embrace, because King is my last name, and every male member of my family have King tattooed on them, whether it's on their arm or their hand. Like, we're a tight unit, all of us, like the males in our family. I then got a anchor with the infinity sign tattooed onto my chest. I got that reason being of a certain person that passed away in my family. Infinity means to the end, and the anchor is for the case where that person used to love being on cruise ships and going on holiday. So that's one of my inspirational tattoos that I've got for someone. But then I've also got my half sleeve in progress. I got my wolf done first, and a few trees. The pain rating for the wolf weren't that bad because it's mostly dot work. Dot work ain't that painful. It is painful after a while, and this is called the geographical style. I also got the mountains added in afterwards, because there's always something beyond the horizon. The worst part I experienced about my tattoo was there. Reason being, it was on a really sore bit of the tendon, because the way I got it done was that, that was freehand. It's a compass, obviously, north, east, south, west. I got a few trees and a bit of the waterline put in at the bottom. That weren't too bad. The mountains mostly dot work as well, and so is the sun, obviously. I have a few other ideas for this part of my arm, whether it's I'm going to get the mountain finished around, and I'm going to get a bear or an owl. I don't know whether to have the owl here, or the owl here and the bear there, or the bear and the owl there. But then again, what do you guys suggest? If you guys suggest that that it would look better with a bear here because of the wolf, or you guys would like to see the owl, I'm not saying that I'm that sort of person that goes beyond like that, as soon as you tell me to do something, I'll do it. But if your opinion sticks and it's a nice opinion and you guys have got something good to say about me, I would do it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not highly influenced. I don't get influenced or enticed to certain things quickly, but opinions on certain things are always welcome on this channel. If you've got a good opinion and it has a good structure and a good meaning behind it, I will embrace that. Don't get me wrong. But then, that wasn't the worst tattoo. I think the worst tattoo was my chest. My chest piece was sore, especially when it got down towards the nipple. But then, that's cheeky. But yeah, as I was saying, I have also got my lip pierced. I had my lip pierced a couple of years ago, and I took it out due to like having to need to get a job, because my job entitlement means no piercings, and I managed to get a flesh coloured like ear stretcher for my ear, so you couldn't really see it. It blended in. The pain rating that I had for this was 10. Like, it hurt. But I also had snake bites, but then one side got infected, and don't really want to talk about that. But I've stretched my ear over the space of 2.5 years now, because I started off really small just in case I didn't like it when it got bigger, because when you're at a smaller size it's easier to downgrade because your ear is constantly growing. It always goes back to the way it was. But after a certain amount of stretches, depending on who you are and how you recover as a person, your ear will go back. I'm not suggesting being a crazy teenager and going out of your way and getting your ear pierced, then stretching it straight away. I say if you're going to stretch your ear, you do it in moderation, you do it bit by bit. Because you might not like it, you might try and get a job and your job description says, no, you can't have this sort of thing. Yeah, it's always easier to get a skin-coloured flesh tunnel or a flared one or something just to cover it up. Depending on your line of work, like if you're a waitress or a bartender, depends on the employer. If they like that sort of thing, they'll allow it. If you're in a 5-star restaurant and you're serving food, they don't like that sort of stuff. They want you to be basic. But that didn't really hurt. That hurt more when I got to about 6mm, because it goes from a really thin taper to like really thick, a bit like a baseball bat shape. It goes really thin then really long at the end. But then as you go up, they get thicker and smaller, and it's easy to stretch because obviously your ears used to being stretched. My favourite ones that I like in my ear are not. I don't like the flared ones. The flared ones have no access. Like, you can't unscrew them and take them off if they get sore. I don't really like the hard silicone ones. They're not my kind of thing. Like, they're plastic. I like the metal screw-on ones, the ones that you can screw the back off. Or I like the sleepers. The sleepers are very one-dimensional. They slip in and you put your rubber rings on the end, and I love them to pieces. These are my go-to stretching, well, not stretching tunnels, but my piercings. Like, I love having these done. As you can tell, I have a really weird ear on one side and a normal ear on the other side. So I thought, I've got an abstract ear, I'll make it look even more abstract with a hole. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my first proper video of YouTube, and I hope you guys have that sort of feeling that, like, everybody's different when it comes to tattoos, piercings, and their pain scale and the way they work. So if you guys have a particular question on certain places that hurt, because I know certain people that have their tattoos covered head to toe, and I know if the pain rating, like, everybody's different. You have different pain receptors in different places. Everyone's different. Everyone's unique. We're uniquely built. But if you have any constructive criticism, any questions about where I had them done and if they hurt too much, or if you've got the idea of dot work and you want to know how it feels, just let me know in the comments below. I'm not going to say tattoos don't hurt. Tattoos suck. They are a painful thing. But if you want to go through art and you want to have art put onto your body, you embrace that sort of thing. There's no pain. Like, there's no game without pain. You've got to go through some pain to get the best things that you want out of life. And that's what I'm about. I'm about sharing my views on life and sharing the way I feel about certain things. Some videos might be little rants on how I feel. Some rants will just be petty stuff, like West Ham versus Watford, and different things like that. Like, it depends on the day. Like, if it's a certain feeling that I'm feeling, you guys will know about it because I'll post a video. Or if it's a happy thing, or if it's inspirational, or a little video on certain things, I will share it. I will show you guys how I feel. But if you guys have, as I said, if you guys have any tips, tricks, inspirational parts on life, feel free to leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the future. Yeah, so I'm Devon King, and this is my channel, and this is what I'm about. Love to see you guys in the future, and love to embrace the way you guys feel about certain things. So I'm off now because I know I'm dragging on, and I'm going to leave you to your day. Enjoy life. Life's short. And I'm out. Peace.